right, let's roll.
Well, the Hillbilly, what would you like to do? It's been crazy. You're getting word that the vote for among the silent investors for Sable Champion is concluding soon, and that for once you are not at the top of that list. That you are in your final day of this hollowed office, which you have shepherded in since the beginning of the full show, not the pre-show, but the full show.
Yeah. Seth and I shared it coming out of the play test, so this feels, pretty okay at the end of it.
Now, like, is it just a normal day for you, or is it the Scrubs sad music plays na 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 as you look around the mech bay and see the people you're no longer responsible for?
There's a touch of sadness to it, but it is going to be counterbalanced by Hillbilly bringing in a giant sheet cake. That's how he's going to celebrate.
Interesting. All right, yeah. What's the sheet of the sheet cake look like?
Oh, well, like, standard kind of vanilla frosting, like, Apex Dragons colors in the piping around the edges, right? The message will be congratulations and good luck. And
is that for Seth or for everybody else who has to live under Seth's reign?
Right. It's open to interpretation.
Okay.
It's a cake for everyone.
And I believe that your mech is now being customized once again.
That's right.
Privately. Yeah. So we see that the mech bay is much emptier than normal. Many of the new hires have been let go. Yep. At some cost to the company. They got to pay that unemployment, but better than having the mafia on the payroll so far as the investors seem to say.
That is the choice.
And, who knows what repercussions could come of this decision. But it takes a little bit longer for your mech to get worked on than normal because they have half as many people available.
Yeah, Hillbilly would, obviously be doing much of the work as much as he can himself. He'd co-op Astrid into helping him as well, as much as she's able.
Okay. She's not the best mech tech in the world, but she'll definitely help out as needed as an assistant.
Sure. Hand me this, hand me that, anything that works out.
Sure.
So there's nothing waiting for me today. I don't have any surprises.
That's correct.
All right.
No surprises you haven't made for yourself.
Yes, that's true. The one open question you would have is if Vimy had a chance to get any response around his question around Astrid's family. Understandably, there's a time lag with those messages. So
you got to get the message to the Diamond Sharks, then to the Ghost Bears, then back down that chain, and you're traveling across, half the inner sphere. And you have to, Comstar's got to check the message to make sure there's nothing funny going in or out.
Sure.
The clans are probably doing the same thing at every, that her family doesn't send her any secret codes, or that this isn't all just a terrorist plot to overthrow the Ghost Bears.
Totally understandable.
It's going to take a little while.
It's Clan Wolf, isn't it, right? Isn't that what you said last time?
That holds the Rasselhag, yes.
Yes, right. Okay.
Sorry. Historically, the Bears are going to take Rasselhag in a couple years, and they're going to hold it for the entire rest of Battletech's history.
Yeah,
but
this is your burden. Know the future.
For like 4 years, Clan Wolf holds it, and they're like, yep, Rasselhag. We sure hold that. Yep.
Winners. That's funny. Okay, so he'll take that. He'll still sit on that. He won't tell Astrid yet that he's done this. He wants to see what the results are before he gets any hopes up.
Oh boy, because if there's one thing we know about people, it's that they love being surprised at the last second.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone does.
Yeah.
Right. Especially if there's cake. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to go talk to Ro.
Sure. Ro would love to be talked to. I've actually
been where would I find Ro?
Ro has been, so he used to spend a lot of time observing people directly in the mech bay, but now he's been spending a lot of time off base fishing.
Okay.
So you can find him like fishing in the Solaris River, which isn't exactly healthy or safe, but he's there, and he's got all of his usuals, his recorder, a notepad, chest full of beers and sandwiches and tea.
All right. So, yeah, Hillbilly, kind of knowing this ahead of time, would have brought his own 6-pack to present to Ro.
Yeah.
With the, his recommendation of a local beer.
Sure.
Which,
He gives you a space Corona.
Perfect. And say, Ro, how you doing, my friend?
Oh, let me get my Ro accent. I got to tap into.
This takes a minute.
Sinister villainy.
Yeah.
Ah, the Hillbilly. So good to see you.
Yeah.
Is there something I can assist you with?
There actually is. I kind of wanted to chat with you. Has Lynn come and talked to you yet?
I have spoken with Lynn Hilder on several occasions.
Great. So she's kind of told you of her plan and interest in learning more about clan culture, potentially getting a little bit more involved in Saya's blooding here.
I was told that she was no longer interested in Saya's blooding. However, she will continue her lessons on clan culture.
That's good too, actually, because I think that there is some things she might need to learn about that. That's for sure. You've kind of struck me as somebody who is doing a really interestingly good job of straddling the line between these two cultures. Here in the inner sphere and the clans, it seems like you've done your best to have respect for your own culture and respect for ours and kind of get yourself involved in it. I gotta say, I definitely respect that.
So he pops open one of your local domestic beers and takes a sip of it. And he says, I am not Jade Falcon.
Yeah. And I think that's just it. I'm real interested. I think Lynn could learn a little something from you. And I was really hoping that in your time when you're teaching her about clan culture, if you could really kind of emphasize just how much indoctrination Saya has been under for her entire life.
Should I emphasize how much indoctrination Lynn has been under for her entire life? What about yourself, Mr. the Hillbilly?
Well, sure, certainly. Culture's culture. I don't disagree with that. But, what I mean to say is, throughout history, child soldiers, folks thrown into that level of intensity, there's effects that has on a personality that in some ways can take away your ability to be making your own choices.
Honestly, I've never considered it.
No? Huh. Didn't you said you had a background in what, sociology, psychology?
Yes. I've never even thought about it until this moment.
Huh. Well, I guess that's what I came here to talk to you about. I invite you to ponder that a little bit more.
What you speak of is the way of the clans.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is taught that it is simply natural for warrior caste to be warrior caste.
Yeah. Well, and that's just it, with the way folks are raised, it might feel natural. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the only way, of course, right? You take a warrior caste and you put him on some remote planet off by himself. He's not going to necessarily grow up knowing all the ins and outs of how to act, right?
Well, allow me to posit a question then, the Hillbilly.
Yes, please do.
You speak of indoctrination, and you also talk of freedom to make choices.
That's right.
And yet you grew up in a society where your every move was tracked by an oppressive, theocratic dictatorship, where all technological development was suppressed.
Yeah.
And you fight on their behalf, perhaps not directly for Comstar, but your matches directly benefit them through their rebroadcast rights and the money that they gather from it. The masses are quelled by your entertainment.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you ever considered that your freedom may lead to the oppression of others?
Wow. That's a really interesting point.
Yes, I thought so. I only thought of it in the last few seconds when you had me questioning my origins.
Right? Yeah, it's only fair that you do the same for me. What I can tell you is that the way I grew up in the wars that I grew up in, they haven't necessarily endeared me to the the ruling class hasn't definitely endeared themselves to me, is what I should say. I don't necessarily agree with the way everything is done here, but my path here, my purpose here on Solaris is to build my own brand, make my own money, because the only path to freedom that I see here, the only way to have true choice in my life is to have the resources, to have the power to make those choices.
But whom do you serve, William?
Do I serve? I'll tell you, I right now,
who do you
Apex
answer
Dragons.
to? What authority? Apex Dragons answers to you last time I checked.
Well, to a degree, although, hey, democracy is happening before our eyes. It may soon be answering to a whole different regime.
But let's talk about the here and now.
Yes.
You are currently the one who makes the decisions.
Yeah.
So you answer only to yourself, a tyrant of one?
A tyrant of one. To a degree, yeah, you can view anyone's individual life to that degree. We are all sort of enslaved to our own desires to a certain degree, right?
No, I disagree with that entirely.
No?
That is not the way of the clans.
That's fair. Y'all certainly have a different philosophy, certainly far more the collectivist approach.
Everyone lives in service to the clan. Whether it is their own clan or whether it is all clans.
Sure, but that doesn't mean y'all don't have strife, right? What is the will of the clans? There seems to be quite a bit of conflict,
and that is
that goes into figuring that out, right?
To solve those problems.
Sure, but
just
our
like
philosophy
you
here
solve your problems through violence.
Yeah, to a certain degree. That's I suppose that's true. That has been largely the path of my life and the skill set that I have developed. We do have to work with the cards we're dealt. I definitely understand that. And I guess that's what I'm trying to get at.
Excellent clanner, William Schmidt.
Do you? I take it as the compliment you mean it as. Although, what do you mean?
Well, your lack of responsibility towards a higher authority disgusts me. You certainly have taken self-determination to the highest level of warrior philosophy. I admire that.
Well, I appreciate that.
There are not many people who have the willpower to choose their own path in life.
Yeah. Well, I've had life push me in this direction a few times. I don't know exactly where I'm going to end up. I don't think any of us do, but I certainly want to feel like I had a hand in getting myself there.
I understand.
I think you kind of feel a similar way to a certain degree. The actions I've seen you take, I think you're interested in making something of yourself, right? Getting to choose your own path a degree.
My time in the inner sphere has already given me more independence than I ever dreamed.
Yeah, that's just it. And that's I think what I would love to see you kind of, if you can, pass along to Saya. I think she's very hung up on the culture that she comes from.
I do not believe that altering Saya's beliefs would be a good or beneficial idea to anyone at this time.
All right, well, I do worry for the path she's on. Certainly, it seems to have caused a great deal of strife internally to the stable, and certainly is going to keep her busy. But I don't blame you. I do agree that she is locked in large part.
Many warriors who hit their 30s start thinking about blood names and legacy, begin to change their philosophies as they become more introspective.
Yeah. Well, Saya has begun to avail herself a little bit more of the inner spheres.
She is tempted by your luxuries, which do not exist on Ironhold.
Right.
If she becomes a full clan warrior, I expect that her purveyance of such luxuries will end.
Yeah.
It is not the way of her clan.
Is she going to stick around Solaris if she goes through with this, or does she try to make her way back to clan space?
To ask that question.
Yeah. I guess that's interesting. People should be asking a few more questions. Has anybody talked to Trace?
I've spoken with Trace Billings several times.
Okay. He knows this is happening.
Oh, he encouraged it to happen.
Okay. All right. Huh.
He just wants what's best for his daughter.
That's fair. You know, in my capacity as champion, I certainly have wanted what's best for all of the interns. Unfortunately, we had that incident with PK. Certainly not what I was hoping for.
What if what's best for the interns is discipline, order, teamwork?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Tough to build that with the state of the stable lately, although we're making some changes. Things are shifting. You know, the new regime that's coming, certainly I think we may take a more of a disciplined approach to this process. So I guess we're going to see what happens, but
I fear what will happen to Apex Dragons under the, what did you call it? The regime of Seth.
It's going to be interesting. Certainly I won't be having to justify his actions for him anymore. I don't know if I am too upset about that. That's been a struggle. Well, you know, you think on what I've said here, and I certainly will be thinking on what you've said to me. You got an extra poll? Mind if I hang out with you?
Yeah. He hands you another poll, and bait, but if you hang out for a few hours, you get nothing, which is to be expected given
that's totally fine.
Toxic industrial. It literally cuts through one of the largest cities in the inner sphere.
Yeah, this is Hillbilly's way of sort of avoiding the stable a little bit on this
way
last
of avoiding
day.
The stable a little bit.
Yeah, we will sit and share a comfortable silence and whatever chatting he likes to do along the way.
I understand the Norwegian father-son way.
Yes,
you can only speak in one sentence every hour while facing in different directions, but it's the only way to share heart to heart. Yeah,
that's right. Perfect. Okay. Ro is one of my favorites. I do enjoy it.
Well, he's changing a little bit, but then again, aren't we all?
Exactly.
I think for one thing, he doesn't want to lose his job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He seems to be pretty comfortable and happy with the way his life is going here in the inner sphere. All right. Anything else I wanted to do beforehand? Let's see. I feel like, okay, yeah, I'll go and talk to Buck.
Okay. You have oh no, we already did. You talked to Elizabeth because you were part of Spoon's episode.
That's right. Yep.
Okay. So we don't need to have you talk to Elizabeth again about the Buck incident or the gun incident, even though all of you are lying to Elizabeth about it.
Yeah, but she knows that. She knows we're just close in ranks, Like
yes, but she can't do anything about the fact that you're all lying unless one of you breaks with the rest and tells the truth. Like an honorable, straightforward individual. This is why I'm worried about Seth, because I thought for sure Seth would tell the truth, but then he didn't tell the truth.
Yeah, he's been corrupted.
Speaking. Yeah, by the wiles of the inner sphere. Yes,
that's right.
All right, Buck is finishing up work on several mechs. You could see that the mech bay not as full of damaged mechs as normal, although there is a quick draw in there that there are pieces of it that are still corroding and falling apart even a day later.
Shoot, Buck, how long does that chemical last? Holy crap.
So he wipes his forehead off and says, hold on a sec, let me hose down. It's
in like a hazmat suit.
Yeah. Like 5 minutes later, he says, all right, look, it's not good, You don't see fluid guns anywhere outside of Solaris. Well, I heard Draconis Combine and sometimes Wolf's Dragoons use fluid guns as coolant for support mechs, but you could just hook up to a coolant truck. Not that anybody keeps those on the front line. And of course it's a bit risky, but why would you take a whole mech and use it to spray coolant fluid on somebody?
Right? It's a waste of a good fusion engine.
On the other hand, it is nice to be able to pull off those big alpha strikes and then not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Stick a rookie pilot in one, you know what I mean? You know, stick a little PK in one of those machines.
I'm shocked that Buck would make that statement. Yeah, man. Like, you know, hey, there's definitely a strategy to it. How you holding up?
Oh, I'm good.
You're pretty broken up there for a little while. Just want to make sure things are okay.
I was drunk.
All right. Yeah, I've been there.
He looks around nervously and says, yeah, nothing happened though.
Oh, I know. Nothing happened whatsoever. And, you know, as far as I know, nobody's pressing that issue on our end.
I don't know what you mean, he says.
I'll smile, slap him on the shoulder, you know. Everything. Yeah, well, all right. You know, that's really, I just wanted to check in with you, man. Make sure things aren't getting too wiggly for you. We like you. We appreciate the efforts you've put in here.
Well, obviously I'm under a performance review after there was a reported incident, but so far it looks like I'm squeaky clean.
All right.
Here's hoping, you know, because nothing happened.
Exactly. How could it? You're a better man than that, right?
His face falls when you say that. Like,
don't take it the wrong way, man.
Well, you need anything? I got the last of those upgrades in there. It's a real shame, but it does give you a little bit more range than normal, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, I traded some of that bang.
Surprised you didn't want to go with the ER model.
I
Very
thought
popular
about it
nowadays.
It is. You get that little bit of extra range out of it, but honestly, it's all about that heat management right now. Like you're saying, coolant trucks aren't following me around.
Well, just promise me one thing. Next time you go up against that double Ultra AC-20s chick, you wipe her off the map with this.
Got it. You got it. Ah, man, that was a day. Now I'm having flashbacks. Whew. I don't think anybody's ever been on the end of something more damaging than that. Good Lord. Lost damn near the whole mech in one shot.
He says nothing, but he turns and he looks at the Semyorka.
Yeah.
The scrub sad music plays.
Yeah. Hillbilly will kind of throw his arm around Buck and say, man, you know what? You got time for a break? I brought cake today.
Yeah, I already had a slice. You know? All
right. I'll let you get back to it. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the effort you put into Buttercup.
Yeah, we're always busy around here. It's got 4 unrepaired mechs.
I know. I've been making calls in my capacity, but you know what? We'll see what happens here in the future.
Yeah, I heard maybe you won't be continuing with us in that regard.
Yeah,
I don't know that any of the other stable members would put in the kind of work that you do to make sure that everybody stays topped up.
Yeah, well, you know, I just like to look out for people, and I'll be honest, I'm not too upset about having a little less responsibility. I've been stressing for weeks.
You know, I've always said that mech warriors are sociopathic divas, but you're better than most of them.
I appreciate it. I've certainly
you're a little less self-absorbed than most of them.
A little less. Well, you got to be a little self-absorbed to think you're the guy, right?
Yeah.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah,
it's important, even if you got to fake it.
He shrugs. Wow, I'm just an Aztec.
One of the best around. You keep at it. You keep up the good work. I'll try to bring Buttercup back in one piece this time. We'll see.
He nods.
All right. That's it. That's all I got today.
Okay. Just gotta take a deep breath. You walk into the interview, and William is not seated in the chair.
Oh.
But the camera crew, looking nervous, are already rolling, waiting for you to sit down.
Yeah, I stroll over, take my seat.
Okay.
Pull a Riker maneuver and step over the back of
it. You smell before you hear the person approaching you, who has an aura of whiskey about them, as he Rikers into his chair as well, then puts his hands on his knees, leaning forward, and takes a sip from a flask and says, "Welcome, Mech fans. Duncan Fisher here. Today, I'll be interviewing my opponent, William the Hillbilly Schmidt. Now, this is a guy who's always on target."
Oh, hey there. You got a sip for me?
Oh, he pulls out a second flask and tosses it to you. And says, "I always keep one special just in case my wife checks me." So he's in like cooling shorts and a cooling vest, combat boots, and that's it. And he's definitely still drunk and maybe was hungover at some point.
No.
Probably has not taken a bath since yesterday.
Oh, God. Did you fight yesterday? What'd you get up to?
We're not here to talk about my matches. We're here to talk about yours, William.
All right.
Going into today's match, you're looking at a pretty good win record, and you're not only the stable champion, but the highest ranked member of your stable.
Ooh. That's me. You got it. Keep
I
talking
haven't
nice
seen
things.
a competitor like this face down with me ever since I faced down with Wolf's Dragoon's sponsored unit. Boy, did I lose really badly.
Shoot, man, you got to celebrate everything, I guess, right?
Well, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, William. What's your plan for defeating me, Duncan Fisher, in today's match?
Ooh, yeah, well, I've made some adjustments to my mech that I think after my last match, hopefully open up a few more tactical options for me.
Jump jets.
Not quite. Keep trying. What's your next? What do you think?
Jump jets.
All right, no, range.
An ER large laser.
Sure, we'll say it's ER.
So it's a regular large laser.
You got it.
Okay. Mech fans, just know my opponent is an idiot.
Duncan, what? That feels rude.
Look, I've been a mech warrior on Solaris for a long time, and I've never seen anybody think that a single large laser is going to open up their level of tactical availability since I got out of the light mech division.
Well, shoot, you just said I know what I'm hitting, right? Like I got good aim. Just takes a couple pops to the head, right?
Today, you're going to watch me, Duncan Fisher, destroy William the Hillbilly Schmidt on the battlefield at the ranges he's still not used to engaging in. Can
Duncan,
he defeat me? Without jump jets, it's hard to say yes to that.
Duncan, I'm going to be stomping over your way. You're going to wind up on your butt. Don't you worry.
He takes another sip.
I'll match him with that one, yeah. Cheers to that.
Okay. Now, I just want to remind you that I am sponsored once again by Curtis Hydroponics. Curtis, when you take a sip, I take a sip. William, what about you? Anything you need to say to the fans today?
Absolutely. People of Solaris, get ready for a show. Today, I'd like to dedicate my victory over Mr. Duncan Fisher here to Racket and Gamble. If you've got problems, they got solutions.
Okay. I don't know which part of Racket and Gamble you want to contribute to since it's multiple people.
Yeah.
I'll go with the boss then.
All right. Perfect.
In the process, you of course get 1 point of stress for guaranteeing victory.
Ablated by my simple hotel, which investors, if you'd love to upgrade me to a penthouse, I wouldn't say no.
No one has money for that.
I know.
No one has any money
gone
anymore. They spend it all repairing people at the very last second.
Exactly. which we appreciate.
I appreciate it because it amuses me. I knew that this was going to happen down the line, and I warned people, and they didn't listen to me.
We've hit the crunch. All right,
I'm spent recklessly.
My cat is yowling at the door. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sports fans, Duncan Fisher here. Oh, this is the worst performance of Duncan Fisher that has ever been done. On the other hand, George Ledoux is the only one who's ever done Duncan Fisher, so...
As soon as you started into it, though, I was getting flashbacks. You asked if I was going to recognize it. Like, you did well.
I mean, I think I've twice hinted that Duncan Fisher would be on the show.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, I knew today would be the day.
It was fun. I appreciate it.
Because he's listed as a retired medium mech jock. So I knew that one of the medium guys would be facing down with him eventually.
Wow, I feel lucky that it was me.
Okay, so you have sponsored Guarantee Victory, so GV, Racket Gamble. Okay, let's roll for initiative while I show you the mech you'll be facing today, and also we'll show the audience your mech as well, since we haven't done that.
Cool.
People get upset when I don't show the mech. So you've edited your Hunchback 4G to remove a number of medium lasers to fit a single large laser in the same spot. And he is piloting a custom blackjack with 5 ER medium lasers, a ER small, and a Guardian ECM suit set into Ghost Mech mode.
What? Oh, man. I don't even know what that does.
So he makes a check at the end of every round. And if it's successful above what he needs, then when you try to shoot him, you have to match his check. And if you don't, the difference between them is how much your shooting penalty is increased. So basically, he's sending fake targets out, and you're like, which one's the real one?
Oh man, this will be interesting. Gotta hope my luck is with me.
I'm gonna use Clan Wolf dice for this for no apparent reason, because I don't know where Duncan Fisher's from.
That's fair.
Double ones. Perfect. Just like Clan Wolf.
Hey,
I need to be
4.
nerfed in the beginning. Because I have plot armor definitely gonna win in the end.
Of course.
You get to pick the direction.
Okay. Well, I will come in on this side. How do I ping? Right over here.
Tab is ping.
Tab, that's the one. There we go. That's right.
He doesn't do an entrance, by the way, when his mech comes out. He drunkenly stumbles into the battlefield in his blackjack.
All right. Well, for Hillbilly this time, let's see. We'll go back to a classic. We get something kind of honky tonk style music, and he's going to be doing some line dancing maneuvers in the Hunchback, bringing it out, pop out the cockpit real quick, let off a little woo, fire the musket, throw the musket out the cockpit, and take a swig from his handle, and then also from Duncan's borrowed flask that he gave.
I like that you didn't give it back.
Yeah, of course. Goodness. That was a gift.
Let me ask you, William Schmidt, is he into like the honky tonk badonkadonk music? Like I don't know what it's called nowadays, but like rap, country fusion.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Hillbilly William Schmidt would just be into anything. Like he's that, I love it all. Eclectic, right?
Okay. All right. Let me turn on today's scrolling marquee.
This is a Donegal
Not as exciting as some days, but it's there. 8, 9, 9.
9. Oh, okay.
Here we
go.
So it's 9.
What do we get? 6. Not too bad.
I'm going first.
All right. So
I mean, any number that's lower than your opponent's number is bad.
6. All right, there we go.
I think we can see each other.
I think you're 16 away.
$16 or $17. That would be too far for either of us to hit.
Yep.
All right. So as the two of your mechs start moving, Duncan Fisher drunkenly slurs, "Okay, mech fans, another match in Solaris starting out. Both competitors running roughly at each other. Rare to see this kind of maneuvering in anything but a light mech match. Looking forward to seeing what my competitor does in response to my maneuver."
Duncan, I hope you can stay on your feet.
All right. 6.
2. Snake eyes. All right. Well, I will. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the walk. What is it? 0 to 2, so that's a +1 for the walk. Yeah.
So he pushes his way through a ruined building, which takes 2 points of movement, and says, "Looks like my opponent is opting to stay outside of my reach while I stay out of his. Looks like we won't be looking at each other this round, I guess, for the next 10 seconds.
You can't see me.
This reminds me of my relationship with my wife. Avoiding each other until the very last minute where we have to do something."
It happens. So we can't see each other through this level 2. Is that
Yeah.
what we're?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Cool. All right.
Double ones again.
Hey, that's a 7 for me.
Okay. 1.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. He can't see you because you've got 3 units of trees.
Okay.
And you can see him, but you have a +3 penalty to do so.
Okay. I'll go for the shot. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tune my ECM real quick.
Okay.
Tuning is successful. You need to make a piloting skill roll at a +2.
Okay. So I have to hit a 6.
Yes.
That's boxcars. So
Okay. Then you see through his clever deceptions and lies.
beautiful. What's the range here we're at? And he's up 1, so he doesn't get the benefit of the woods right in front of me.
He does get those woods because you are adjacent to the woods.
I got
So
you.
it's a +3 for bonus
Total.
to hit him, and leg shots will go into the.
Okay. Does that include his walk?
No. So that's a 4.
Okay. Okay. 4. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will fire the large laser, AC 20, and 3 mediums. And yeah, that'll work. That'll put me at +6 heat. And so let's see, I start at 2 +4 for that. These are 6. And then large lasers at short range. And the medium lasers are at medium range. So yeah, that's 6 to hit with the large laser, and then 7 to hit with the AC-20 and the 3 mediums. So I will fire it.
You have weapon specialist or something? Oh, you have sniper.
Sniper. Yep.
There it is. I was like,
exactly.
All right, there we go.
So first up, large laser for 6. Oh, big miss.
The new large laser charges up and
God damn
Millennium Falcons the shit out of you.
I start banging on a console. All right, so we'll go with the AC-20 next. This is at a 7.
On your little battle computer, like a dude shows up speaking Spanish who's tells you that the module has not been properly installed. Restart update immediately.
God damn it. All right, here's the AC-20 at a 7. Oh my gosh. Brutal. Brutal. Do I re-roll it? Do I edge it? Oh, is this the one? Take the moment. No, I'll let that pass for now. And 3 mediums.
Sounds like a man who's afraid he might be in some deep doo-doo.
Oh, that's a miss. The dice hate me today.
Yeah.
Second medium.
You're gonna get
that's a hit. Bro. 7, location
Center
7.
torso.
So center torso.
For 5.
For 5, yep. And last medium. That is a miss.
All right, so he goes, Mech fans, I can barely see my opponent, but it looks like he got first blood.
Woo.
Just like my roommate Dougie back in college. Boy, was I pissed when he got the sock on the door first before me.
Oh man, Duncan, you're a riot.
When you say that, he just continues to drink on your screen. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know how to pretend to be Duncan Fisher, but let's see. I got a 5 on this initiative roll. Great.
All right.
Oh, how's your heat doing?
I'm at a 6 total, right? No, that should be a +5. Let me double. Nope, it's 6 because I ran.
Oh no, movement is reduced by 1.
That's right. I don't get the TSM bonus on that round.
Yeah. Well, now you're down to a 3-5 movement.
Yep. I got a 7 initiative.
Okay. What to do? What to do? I'm considering doing something insane, like jumping into the deep water. But I won't be able to jump back out, which is the problem.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if the whole mech's underwater, you can't jump back out again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't have jump jets in the legs, so I can... Oh, it does have jump jets in the legs. Who the fuck designed this? I customized it, but I didn't realize there were jump jets in the legs ahead of time. I want to move that shit into the torso.
Yeah.
Fuck. Whoever designed the Blackjack 2 is an idiot.
But I just love its gun arms.
I didn't realize it had jump jets until this match started.
Oh.
That's how little I paid attention. I was like, all right, I'm going to do medium lasers in an ECM. Let's just rip everything else out. Okay. You know, really sucks to just have you sitting there beating on me with your stuff. So I'm actually just going to jump back here. I don't want to, but I basically have to. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to put some cover in between you and me.
Okay. So if I move here, line of sight wise, we can definitely see each other. We're not blocked by these 2 level 2s.
Well, it's defender's advantage, which means whoever shoots first, which is me, you would pick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works out. So 1, 2, 3. There's my walk.
Okay, I'm gonna check my ECM.
Oh, that's a 6. So that's a 0.
Okay, you'll need to make a plotting skill roll on your turn at a bonus of +5. That's
gonna be rough.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna fire some of my lasers. How far are we?
Let's see.
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that should be a good range for me. Yep, perfect. Just right at the edge of medium. And I build 4 heat from jumping, which means I can build up to 18 heat, no problem. So I'm gonna fire 4 ER mediums.
So I got the +2 for the heavy woods.
Oh, wow, Jesus, that hit, and it's a headshot.
What?
Yep.
Brutal.
Unless you want to try to glory it away.
Oh no, I don't have enough glory for that today.
Well, wrecked. Need you to roll to stay conscious.
All right, that's brutal. 5.
You are.
All right.
Nope. Very next shot was total garbage. Really lucked out on that first shot. It's going to be battle changing. All right. So as he jumps backwards and he's hanging in midair, just for one moment, he fires all 4 lasers. 3 of them bracket you and do absolutely nothing. And one of them donks you in the head and he goes, I may not have got first blood, Solaris, but I'll get last blood today. And then he hits the ground and...
Yeah. Hillbilly's rocking for that one. So he's seeing double and he's trying to figure out which of these fake signals is the correct one.
I mean, you're seeing like 6 or 7 at this point,
Yeah,
given the fact that you gotta make a +5. What is that for you? Like a 9?
Yeah. Oh, boxcars.
What is this?
I'm good.
This is bad. How are my wolf dice rolling double 1 and your Merrick dice are rolling double 6s? There's something wrong with this. This is not how the storyline's supposed to go.
So that head hit doesn't take effect until next round, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
okay,
next phase. So if
next
you were
phase,
doing
sure.
anything in the physical attack phase, you'd be good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will fire the, let's see, 1 large laser, 2 medium lasers, and the AC-20. And with a walk, that should build me 2 heat. So, and I'll also uselessly fire the small.
Okay.
And let's see, that is not with a modifier to fire. So 2 for your jump. And this is at range 8, right? So
Yep.
2 + 2, 4, and then +2 for long range on the AC-20 and the 2 mediums. So that's wow, 6 for. Am I getting that right? Yeah, so 2 + 2.
Sounds pretty unusual.
Yeah,
He's
right?
got partial cover from the building in front of him. So
okay.
you're looking at a 3 total bonus plus your range to hit him plus your
Yeah,
walk.
so that's okay. So 3 plus the 1, 4 plus 2 for the actual shooting. So yeah, that still comes out to 6. Oh, plus range. Yeah, okay. And that's +2. So 8s for the AC-20 and the 2 mediums, and then 7 for the large laser.
Okay, so what order are you firing them in?
I will fire the large laser first.
Okay.
Here we go. Large laser. Does not hit.
Wanted that to be the AC-20 shot.
Yeah, that would have been nice for you. Here's
Yeah,
the
I can't
AC-20
really take it. Yeah.
at 8. Come on. There it is. That's a hit.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Location 8, left torso.
Okay, fortunately it doesn't crit, but it's still
It's an 8 on the crit because I have the +1 for human TRO.
Oh, Jesus. Left torso, right?
Yep.
Okay, come over here and roll your crit then. It's just 1d6. This could be bad.
1d6? All right.
Yeah. I'm not worried about losing a laser. I'm worried about losing the ECM.
That's a
No.
2.
All right, it's gone. Bad. Forcing you to take a +5 PSR. That's not going to happen anymore.
I like it. That worked out for me. All right. How much is left on that? So that tore into the torso. 8. Nice. All right. 2 mediums at 8s. That's a miss. Second medium. It's also a miss.
So
right.
he's looking up into his flask as he gets hit with the AC-20. It goes flying around his cockpit, and he goes, "Looks like I've lost control of this match. I was hoping to stay away from my opponent, but I don't have the initiative. He's got me right where he wants me."
Hillbilly will reach out. You want to keep going? You sure?
"How about you, buddy? Seems like you took a hit to the head. A noggin knocker like that is gonna knock you out of the park."
Duncan, I think I love you.
"I'm already married, but I still sleep around, allegedly."
Allegedly. Oh, well done.
Okay, I build
Oh, that's 3 heat for me.
You built
right,
3 more heat? Well, now you're in TSM mode, but
that's right.
You're starting to get other problems.
That's exactly it. There's always new problems.
7.
That's a 8.
I'm gonna use one of my points of lucky to reroll then. That's a 9.
All right, me first, huh? I'm gonna sit still.
Interesting.
I want to see what you do.
How far is it? Yep, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This 10?
That's 9.
Yep, that's a terrible idea. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I'll be dead. He jumps here.
Okay.
Okay, so his defensive bonus is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before any accounting for range.
Okay. Let's see. Math is hard. I will fire the AC-20 large laser. And that puts me at 15 plus just 10 heat do to you. Minus 2 movement points. AC-20 large laser, 1 medium, and no, AC-20 large laser and two mediums. We'll do it again. Large laser is going to go first. So you said you have +5 for the defensive.
Yep.
I didn't move, so I start at 3. So it's, yep. So it's 8 to start with plus range. So for the large laser, you're how close?
5.
5 away. So that puts me in short range for the large laser. So 8 for the large laser, and let's see, 9 for the 2 mediums and AC-20. So large laser first is a miss. AC-20 at 9 is a hit. Location 7, center torso with a 12 on the crit.
Okay, go ahead and roll 3 crits.
All right. So that's a 1-2.
Okay, fusion engine.
A 1-1.
That's also a fusion engine.
And a 2-4.
That's a gyro.
So it's got to make the roll to
stay standing. Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. And then 2 mediums, also at 9s.
I forgot to make a piloting check when I got hit by the AC-20.
Oh yeah, that's a hit for the AC-20 or for the medium laser, location 12. So that's head with a 12 on the crit.
And stayed standing. Medium laser for 5.
Yeah, medium laser for 5 to the head.
Not enough to penetrate.
Okay.
I did have to spend a point of lucky to stay standing last round after the AC-20 hit. Also, I'm not knocked out. Okay.
What's the 12 on the crit do? Is it just like...
if it was a limb, you would blow it off completely.
Okay, that makes sense. I know there's like 12s are good, but...
yeah.
Cool. And then I think that was the first medium, so one more medium, yeah.
Okay.
And that is also a hit, location 11, left arm.
All right. I'm firing back with 4 ER medium lasers.
All right.
That's what I decided on before I got hit. Hit the fusion engine, and I feel like that's responsible. So let me see here. I'm looking at 3, 6, 7, 8. No. Yes. 5 damage right torso.
Okay.
5 damage left arm.
All right.
And a miss. And I need to roll for the gyro hit. Well, looks like I'm still standing.
Wow.
And taking 20 points of damage. Double 6s. Okay.
Still standing.
So he goes, I don't know if it's the drinking or the shooting, but somehow I'm still standing despite not even knowing which foot pedal I'm pressing. In fact,
I think you just got practice.
I think my left foot is in the right foot well, which makes me wonder where my right foot is.
Oh, shoot. Duncan, I think you just got practice being wobbly on your feet. Good on you. This is amazing. You sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely not. I need to take this mech home at the end of the day because it's my moneymaker. And I can't pay for my girlfriends otherwise.
Allegedly.
Not according to the court case I lost last month with the trophy girl.
Oh, Duncan, I wish you the best of luck, man. This was great.
Yes, like he signals his surrender and then drunkenly stumbles down. Like he gets 10 feet down the mech and then falls like the last 12 feet into a snowbank. It just lays there waiting for a helicopter to come get him. There's no one to interview with you at the end of the match.
That's cool.
He's too drunk and William went home for the day.
Just... after that debacle,
there's literally just a camera and a microphone. If you have anything you want to say, like there's some you know, like flunky secretary guy who's just like, we could still do the interview if you want to just answer questions yourself, Mr. Schmidt.
Do you have a list of questions?
No, I mean, I'm not an interviewer.
All right, I appreciate that. Hillbilly will grab, his banjo from his dressing room, and will come out, and he'll just like fiddle, like play around, play a few songs, play a couple of his own. Yeah, exactly.
For like 6 minutes, and he gets up and leaves, and everyone's like, "Is that a modern art exhibition? What just happened?" All right, well, good things come to those who shoot first, because you guaranteed victory, and thus
that's right.
You are gaining another point of experience.
Yeah, so 2 points of experience for that one. Excellent. What else does that do? I forget what guarantee. So win, gain experience, or glory. Yeah, I gotcha. All right, well, I certainly will be taking the experience. I got some catching up to do to other folks. And that one's for Racket and Gamble.
Yep. I've already let them know and added it to their money.
Perfect.
Any advertising or any media ventures or anything like that?
Let's see. Shoot, I didn't think ahead of time about it, but
winning streak now.
I know. I'll take it. Let's see. I don't suppose you have my next match thought up yet.
Nope.
All right, I won't bother trying to research anything then. Let's see. Can we try to just so in that time when I'm playing, the banjo for folks, I'd also like to essentially rep the Apex Dragons like merch store, just in general, boost the stables sort of swag presence, try to get the sales up on those pieces, get the stable making some money.
Okay, make the roll.
All right, that is a 6, 7, 8.
Doing these Mark dice.
They love me.
I don't know that it's strictly the stables merch that gets selling. I think what happens is that I don't want to be like it's your merch because you specifically aimed it towards the stable.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe commemorative Apex Dragons Who's the Con Season 1 posters.
There we go.
Pre-orders for the DVD Blu-rays. Or sell out.
Are they laser
overnight.
discs? I feel like it would be laser discs for Battletech.
It's the 80s, so it's probably Betamax. They always thought Betamax was going to take off over VHS.
That's true.
And CD. Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying. Like
for sure.
The pre-orders are selling out like crazy.
That's good. Makes Vimy happy.
Yeah, but it's specifically the like Apex Dragons brand version of it. Like the non-commemorative anniversary Apex Dragons version, not sold out yet.
All right.
It's the only way they get the extra like special interviews behind the scenes with the Hillbilly. The Hillbilly director commentary.
Yeah, it's the commentary for sure.
It's the Hillbilly going, I had a lot of fun working with Vimy Diamond Shark. There's a lot we can learn from a guy like Vimy. Something
exactly.
really neutral that doesn't offend anybody.
That's the goal, right? You got to keep fans.
All right, so you did take a head hit, so that is going on your medical record. Shot in the head.
That's 2 matches in a row.
You didn't take any internal damage, which means your repair costs are going to be a 1.
Perfect. We love it. Trying to make Elizabeth happy with the media stuff.
I mean, you're going to make an investor happy because you only cost 2 to get back on the field fully this time around.
Exactly. That's what the Hillbilly's all about.
Anything else you want to do in the after?
No, we're just going to go and train after.
You sure? We have a whole hour left of this show. You sure you don't want to push us like 15 minutes late or something? No? Really? Okay.
No, not today. Not today. We're quick and easy today. That's for sure. No, we'll just get into the training with Astrid.
We've had a regular length show. All right, so you are training with Astrid still.
Yep, that's the plan.
All right,
that's the plan for sure.
Let me double check here because so many. How close are you? Astrid, you were the first person to train, which means Astrid. How do you train her this time around?
Basically, gonna keep up with what we've been doing, right? So essentially,
it's just simulated piloting.
Well, yeah, in the mech though, right? We're going out to the range and doing that stuff.
I am sending you her stats as she has evolved. Her
my Pokemon
is now complete. Yeah.
This is exciting. What will she evolve into? Nice. Very cool.
And my understanding is that you're still training her in the SDLF Shadowhawk.
Yep.
And that is still assigned to her until Seth scoops it out of her grasp. I hear Asator wants to get his fingers on it for the mercenary mission.
Everybody wants that sweet SLDF.
Okay. Are you signing off on her as being gladiator ready to enter the medium mech division?
Yeah,
or you want to send her to some lesser circuits, maybe more time training with somebody else?
Oh, that's fair. Interesting. Well, I mean, obviously my decision can be overruled potentially here in the future, right? But yeah, I'd say with that setup, she's probably good to get started.
Okay. All right.
See what she does.
Astrid is potentially an opponent to you in the future.
Hey, fair enough. she's earned her spot.
Well, she has to qualify first, and then we'll see
exactly, right. There's the process that we went through, essentially. So essentially, that's what I would be approving, is that she can enter some of those preliminary matches.
Now, I sent you her stats, but you'll notice I didn't say them out loud.
That's right.
Because she may be a future antagonist to some of our gladiators, and you may also want to keep her stats as a secret weapon to use against other trainees. You know, if your intern has to face somebody else's intern, using her stat block, you might be like, oh, she's definitely going to win given this matchup.
Yeah, that's strategic. I like it. This is fun. That's all I got.
I mean, she's just such a huntress.
Yeah.
Now she's just waiting for somebody to buy her a long-range attack mech. All right, that's it. Thank you for joining me, Ludeman, and I'll see you in 2 weeks, maybe.
Yep, sounds great.
We'll figure his schedule out. Everything's crazy nowadays.